Completed the cabinet. Today is February 1st, about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and it has and it really works. Pretty cool, eh? Yeah, just kind of pan over here, see how it fits in with the rest of the house. A little bit of living room shot. Alright, back there in the back's a table that I built, turned out okay. Got a glass top and made out of plywood and all sorts of other good stuff. At any rate, that's not why we're here. So, I present to you, Mom, one customized made stereo cabinet. The only thing it's missing is the stereo itself. Okay, well, there it is. What I thought I'd do is go over a few things here with you. Let's see. First of all, let me open it up. I'll show you how it works. These are, this is where the speakers go. These guys open up like that. I think you can see inside I've got a shelf on each side, on each end. You can put whatever you want to in there. And then the actual stereo equipment itself, I'm going to turn this thing off. Okay. And this is the actual insides. Let me pan over here, get a little better shot. Okay. I know we originally talked to Mom about getting the white shelves. I couldn't get white shelf in this wide of a shelf, so I went ahead and got the brown. Hopefully it'll kind of match the stain you are going to put on anyway. And then down below here we have a drawer. Put whatever you need to put in there. These are all, you can adjust these shelves. I've got little holes drilled down the side, and you pop these little pins out. Rigby's been helping. You just pop the pin out and away you go. Let's see. I think what I'm going to do is I'll tell you about how to stain it. And so I'm going to get my notes. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okay, I'm back. That didn't take too long, did it? Okay. Here's what you need to do. You need to buy, first of all, some stuff called Minwax Stain. And obviously get whatever color you end up wanting to stain it. I'm going to also send you some scrap wood so you can test out the different stains. But anyway, you first of all put that stain over everything. And one of the natures of anytime you put any sort of liquid on wood, it causes the grains to kind of come out. Because right now, after I've sanded everything, the grains are kind of laying flat. Well, anytime you put liquid like a stain or water or anything like that, it causes those fibers sort of to stand up a little bit, kind of like a prickly beard. Well, at any rate, after you put the stain on, you're going to have kind of you're going to have a prickly wood. It won't be as smooth. So the next thing you do is, and he suggested you get this at Sherwin-Williams. It's called Varnish Sanding Sealer. And what he explained what that does is you put that on, and that kind of like freezes those fibers so they don't bend back down. So it just kind of freezes them in their up position. Then you take 320 grit sandpaper, which is just a real fine sandpaper. Obviously you can get that at Payless, Cashways, or Home Depot, whatever. At any rate, and you sand that down. And that will, in essence, shear off. It's like shaving. It'll basically shear off those fibers that are sticking up a little bit. And that'll make it real smooth. The third step then, or the fourth, depending on which ones you count as steps, the fourth thing to do then is he suggested just get a polyurethane finish and put that on. You can just paint that on with a paintbrush. So that's how you finish it. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to pause you here for a second. Okay, I'm back. What I want to do now is show you how it's constructed, because as you stain this thing, you might decide that you may want to take off like these doors. And so I want to show you, if you decide to take the doors off, how to take them off. Let's see, first of all, these doorknobs themselves, they're made of wood, obviously. You can stain those. If you want any different knobs, they're just on with a Phillips head screw, so you just obviously just take the screw off and they pop off. Let me show you how these doors are on. You need a Phillips head screwdriver to take these things off. Okay, the way you do it, and you have to kind of give it back support. It helps to have one of these things, though. Anyway, you just take off all the screws, obviously. But the reason, I know that's obvious, but I want to point out a couple of things. When I bought these hinges, they didn't give me all the sets of screws, so they're not all the same. And for consistency, if you take the doors off, I want to make sure, what I'm getting ready to do now is I'm going to document where the different screw sizes are on each door. And I'm going to, of the two screws, I know you can't see this, they're both Phillips head screwdrivers, but first of all, one's a little bit longer. This one's longer than this one. And I guess I'd say I'd classify this one as being a little more heavy duty. And this one's sort of wimpy. So I'll call this the wimpy screw, and this is the heavy duty screw. Well, on this right door, it has the wimpy screws on the top, and it has the heavy duty screws on the bottom. Okay? This left door, it's actually quite the opposite. It's got the heavy duty screws up here on top and the wimpy smaller screws down here on the bottom. Probably if you decide to take a door off, you probably just need to take, this door off. You don't need to probably don't need to take the hinge off this wall. You can probably just leave that there. Also about these screws, these I'm calling these a little more heavy duty screws. In case you strip out the head and you just need to go out and buy some more, these are called sheet metal screws, and the size of these screws are 6 by 3/4 of an inch, size 6, kind of like a shoe size, but they're 3/4 of an inch long. So I'll document that, and like I say, in case you need to buy more. Hopefully you won't have to do that, though. And this would be just a good idea to support it with your other hand. Okay. That's how that's in. These side doors are really done. They're no different. They have the exact same kind of screw. And let me just kind of show you that. Okay, yeah, you can see that. And again, when you if you decide to take off this, if you decide to take this door off, it might be easier to take it off of the base here. Actually, no, I'll retract it. It still would be probably better to take this door off, because when you stain it, it's probably just going to be easier for you to stain. However, if you just want to stain and paint right over these hinges, obviously that's fine too. But the same kind of process works. Try to support it, with your other hand, and take the screw out. Okay. Now, again, from a documentation standpoint, on this right-hand door, this top hinge has the heavy-duty type of screw, and the smaller, lightweight, wimpy screws are down here on the bottom of this door. To also document, on the other door, the screw sizes on it. Again, well, let me take it off real quick. I think it's just the opposite. This is terribly exciting video, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, it's kind of the opposite. The wimpy, smaller size screws are on the top hinge, and the heavy dutier ones are on the bottom hinge. So, at any rate, whatever that's worth. Okay, that's a little bit about the doors and how, if you want to take them off, how you should do that. Okay, let me talk a little bit about this netting, what this stuff is. I got this, I'm telling you in case, I don't know, you ever tear it, or if you ever want to put different colors in. They do have brown. But anyway, I got this out of just a regular fabric store. And it's pretty stretchy, but the way it fits, yeah, I'll just leave that shot right like that. Actually, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Okay, I'm going to leave that like that. The way this door is constructed is I cut a groove all along here. Matter of fact, I don't know if you can pick it up on the camera, but there's a little groove right here where I went too far. Anyway, there's a groove all the way around here. And then what I've done is I've got this rubber stuff. You get this at the hardware if you ever need this. This is the same. It's like a spaghetti noodle, and it's the same stuff that you use to repair screens, on your windows. Well, anyway, as you probably can guess, what you do is, the way I did it is I started on this long end, and so all I did was you sort of have to double the fabric over, because if you just put the fabric over and then mesh this stuff in, the groove is too wide and it'll just kind of pop out. So you have to put the fabric over so it's like double thickness, and then you just mash this in. And I just use a spatula, just a handle of a spatula. At any rate, and you just kind of work your way down and around, up that way and across that way. This stuff, I mean, if ever you want to take it out, you can just take it and zip it right out. Let's see. Okay. Any questions so far? No? Okay. Are you sure? Don't hesitate to speak up. I know you're quiet and stuff, but okay. I'm going to just give you a sample, send your way then a sample of this tubing, and I'll also send you a sample of this material. Okay, let's see. I'm going to pause you for a second here so I can look at my script. Okay, we are back. Let's pan out here. Okay. The last thing I want to show you is, hopefully you'll never need this information, but I just want to explain, just in case, I'm not even sure, just because I think it's kind of cool the way it's put together, I guess. Anyway, I just want to show you how these walls, I mean, obviously there's a wall here, there's a wall here, and a wall there, and a wall there. And the way these pieces of wood, the way this piece of wood, for instance, is secured to the top and to the bottom, is through a particular kind of funky piece of hardware. And what it is it's called a cam, a little metal thing. And basically, what I did was pretend this is the top, this is the top part of the stereo cabinet. I got this shaft thing that sticks down, and now pretend, let's see. Yeah, pretend this is the wall, one of the walls. See how that, I drilled a hole through there, and what I did was, I got these through a mail order catalog. I couldn't find them at Home Depot. But I drilled a hole in here, put the cam in there, and that sits down in there. Then you take a real fat screwdriver and you just screw it and lock it down, and that just becomes real tight. And you can actually see, you might be able to see right there. I'll zoom in on it. I know you're terribly fascinated by the whole thing, but see that little silver round thing? There's a shaft coming directly above it from up here, and so the way I set this whole top down and I cranked it down. There's one back here, there's one down here, one back there, and anyway, that's how it's all constructed. And I originally did it that way because I thought I was going to mail it to you, and I wanted some way of collapsing it, and then of course you'd have to put it back together again. But now we won't have to worry about that. Well, I think that is pretty much what I was going to present in regards to the stereo cabinet. Let's see. Yep, I think that's it, Mom. So I really enjoyed making it for you, and I know you're going to get a lot of good use out of it. A lot of multiple uses. Actually, I guess you could use it as a serving, a buffet table, whatever. But anyway, happy retirement, and I love you, and I'll see you later. Bye. Oh, I guess Rigby will say bye to you also. Rigby? Hey, Rigby. Say goodbye. He doesn't speak very much. Anyway, bye-bye. Hi, it's me again. I'm back. There's one thing I forgot to record originally, and that is, in case you take these two doors off, I wanted to make sure there was an easy way for you to tell which one was the right door and which one was the left door. What I've done is, on the bottom portion of the right door, there's going to be a little tiny drill hole. So, at any rate, that's how you can tell the right door from the left door. At any rate, have fun. See you later.